there we have the first few bars of the overture, which will be much better played by the Royal Opera House Orchestra than I, who could never play it. Almost everything is stepwise motion, a little bit slithery, chromatic. It conjures up a world of intrigue. This overture is exceptional in its capacity to conjure up the sense of the drama to follow, in its precision, its atmosphere, its brilliance and virtuosity. For me, one of the exceptional moments is the finale to the end of Act 2. This is not only a great piece of music, it's also one of the largest structures of classical music written up to that time. And what's striking with me is it starts off from this confrontation with the Conte and his wife, the Contessa. He's angry at her, deceiving him. So this is a dramatic interchange between the two noble characters. This is already given as a terrific charge. Now, maybe 30 years earlier, some composer might have been enough to run that sort of material for 3 or 4 minutes, and you have a finale, maybe just from that confrontation. Susanna! Suddenly, Susanna comes out of the closet, as it were, literally. Signor! As if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Figaro suddenly enters in a rather sort of rambunctious way. Signori di fuori son già suonato. And this is absolutely joyful. The section ends with one of the most beautiful passages in all Mozart. This is rudely interrupted by the entry of the gardener, bumbling in, spilling the beans in the worst possible way. Then we're into this cat and mouse game. And all the time in this section you have these long, what we call pedal points in the orchestra. So the bassoon and the horns. Like psychological daggers, and the horn. They contribute to the tension of the situation when nobody's quite believing what the hell Figaro and Susanna are saying. This goes on, and it's, again, unresolved until the moment where Marcellino, Basilio and Bartolo, who are very much on the other side and have no interest in Figaro and Susanna getting married, and they burst in with what's really the final scene of this big finale. They burst on with terrific energy, trumpets and brass, full fanfare, and a little bit like the whole legal brigade has come in. There is a huge cumulative effect. All these characters entering the stage. It's the tightening of the screw in the drama from Da Ponte, and it's supported at every point by the sort of music Mozart writes. The increase of orchestration, the increase of tempo, and the increase of numbers of people coming in. And it feels as inexorable as day follows night, or in the case of Figaro, night follows day. One of the most famous moments in opera is the end of the Act 4 finale. The Conte is really found out for the philanderer that he is, and then he has to throw himself on the mercy of his wife. Contessa, perdono, perdono, perdono. So for me, this moment is a way of bringing this comedy, fleshed out with real human drama, but finishing with great humanity, great human empathy, which I think is what Mozart, probably of all composers, is able to display most. Just those 4 bars is worth the price of a ticket alone.